What is the deal 2019? Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I am going to be making stuffed Philly cheesesteak peppers. This year I'm excited, more recipes, better quality video. And speaking of better quality video, I'm going to be shooting this video in 4K off of my iPhone XS. I know my videos are going to be a little bit different today. I usually do the overhead so you guys can look down and see what I'm doing, but this time you guys can kind of see my face a little bit here and there. So I have a couple peppers here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the step-by-step to cleaning them, to filling them and everything. I know a lot of people might already know how to do peppers, but a lot of people don't. So what I'm going to do is I have 3 peppers here, and I'm going to start by, if I can get that off, I'm going to start by washing them off. You know, if sometimes I soak them, in which earlier I did soak them for a long time, but I put them back in the refrigerator after soaking, so I'm just going to go ahead and rewash them. Because if you're like me and you're in the grocery store, when I'm in the grocery store, I tend to grab something and drop it and it hit the ground and it's falling all over the place. So I don't want that happening today when we're doing this video. So I'm just gonna cut it right down the middle. And what I have here, if you remember from my last video, it's called a trash bowl. And my sleeves up. Oh, I didn't show you guys my apron. Where's my apron? Oh, let me get my apron. So I have an apron now. I got it as a gift. I should probably wear it. No, messing up my shirt. Okay, well, as you guys see, I will wear that sometimes. Normally I have on clothes because right after I cook, I'm normally going somewhere. So, all right, so what we're gonna do first is we're going to take everything. As you can see, yeah, I kind of like this. I think I'm gonna play around this year with the way I do video, just so you guys can kind of see it from different angles. But you want to clean everything out of that pepper. And I should have did it over the bowl. That was the point of the bowl. But it has a ton of seeds in it, and you don't want the seeds and everything else in there. So, you know, you want it to be empty so that you can stuff your pepper. So I'm just gonna cut these all up. I'm gonna get everything out. You can see. You want all the seeds out of here. And I know they might not all come out, but that's the point of rinsing the insides out when you're done. All right. It's pretty quick and easy to do these peppers. So before you get started on your peppers, you want to preheat your oven to 350. And when you preheat it to 350, you're going to put the peppers in there for 15 minutes because you want them to get a little bit halfway done before you start to fill them, because you're going to have to put them back in for a little bit of time once you start adding all your cheese and everything. So, and then I think that when I start doing my stuffed peppers, I'm going to do overhead for you guys so that you guys can look down and see exactly what it is that I'm doing. So now this is just like the trash bowl. And now after you got all your peppers cleaned out, you just want to go and rinse some of the seeds out. As you can see, I still have like a couple seeds in there. So I just go back and I just rinse all the rest of the seeds out. Okay, so once you get the seeds rinsed out, what you want to do, and I already have a pan that's ready with foil. So when you have your pan ready with foil, you want to take a little bit of olive oil. I just kind of like to do a cap full. I kind of like to drizzle it on there, smooth it out a little bit. Please always make sure your hands are washed also. Normally I wear gloves, but my hands are washed. So, and you just want to set each pepper just right on top of the olive oil, and then you can do another drizzle of olive oil on the top of it. So each pepper is just gonna sit just like that. Just another little small cap full, and just on each one. Okay, so then you go ahead and you throw those in the oven, and like I said, you go ahead and preheat it ahead of time so that way those can get cooking. So they might slide around, but be careful. So those are gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna change my camera around for you guys so you can see how I do the steak. My countertop skillet so that you guys can see. I don't normally use the stove because I feel like I'm worried about my phone falling over in there. So I'd rather use this. So first, before we start to cook the steak, I just have a yellow onion that I cut most of. And I'm just gonna put it in there. And as you can see, this is ready. Probably should turn it down some. It gets hot really quick. I love this thing. It cooks everything so quickly. So I'm just gonna give my onion a little bit of cut. I shouldn't be cutting on the counter. Normally I have a million cutting boards, but I did not get it out. So anyways, this is a part of when you cook in your own kitchen. You do your own thing. So, and my counter is clean. So let's do that. And we just want to let the onion cook a little bit. So remember last year I told you guys when I was doing this that I was doing easy, affordable ingredients for you guys to be able to cook at home. Right now in the oven we have our peppers, and they're cooking for 15 minutes on 350 because we want to get those a little bit cooked before we start to fill them up with steak and cheese. So the steak I'm going to be using today, you guys know that I shop at Kroger's, and I'm just going to be using the beef steak, the shaved kind, because you really want thin pieces. You don't want your cheese steak to be filled with chunks of steak. So I'm using the really thin kind, and I'm just pretty much going to use all of it. So as you can see, it's really, really thin, and it won't take that long to cook. So I'm going to use all of it, and I'm going to just put it right in there with the onion. And we're just really going to cook it until it browns. So let's get that in there. So let's get cooking. Now that we have it in here, it's getting brown. I'm just going to use a couple ingredients. I'm just going to do a little bit of salt, some Italian seasoning, and then I'm going to do some fresh cracked pepper on there. And okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, the peppers are out of the oven. They cooked in there for 15 minutes on 350 degrees. And if I can show you one of them, that is how you want your pepper to look. You want it to have a little bit of char on the backs of it. And it's cool if there's just a little bit of juice from the inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some provolone cheese. And this is just by some organic provolone cheese. You can use whatever kind you like. And what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one piece and I'm going to stuff it right inside the pepper. So 6 of them. You want it to be cheesy. It's called Philly cheesesteak for a reason. All right. Okay, and actually you don't need that much. You can really do, because it goes for the bottom, you can really like break them in half and do, that's what I'll do. I'll show you guys how, because I like cheese, but you don't need as much for the inside. So you just want to like break them in half, a little bit of piece, and then you put that in the inside. And then this is the Philly cheesesteak, or this is the steak part of it. And I just cooked this with some I got the shaved steak with some onions in there. I know people do mushrooms. I like mushrooms, not that much, so I didn't do mushrooms. And then with some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. So I'm gonna fill these up though. Like, I'm gonna use all this steak. Like, that's the point of stuffed. And if I don't, here, I'm gonna try to use all of this. I'm just about to load these babies up until I don't have any more steak. And it's not hot, so that's why I'm using my hands. You guys probably are like, is she using this? I should have tried this. Let me try this. And of course it's good with the onions. Like I said, you can use mushrooms if you want. You can use whatever seasoning. This is just what I use. And then I love those onions to be cooked. So I use all the steak and I loaded them up. And that's when you want to do the whole piece of cheese right on the top like that. And then that's when you put your oven on 400. Put Put your oven on. Okay, let me move this because we're done with this. So that way we can focus on the main dish. Okay. So, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I'm ready to eat this already. Okay. You need oh my God, I ran out of cheese. Can you believe that? That's okay. We can do one without cheese. I didn't realize. No wonder I got 8 slices. Anyways, that happens, of course. You don't plan where you have enough, but whatever. We'll do a vegetarian one, or we'll do a, not a vegetarian, I'm sorry. We'll do one for the people that don't like that much cheese, okay? Anyways, here we go. We'll take this one off because I honestly think I might eat this one just like this. So here are the ones with cheese. Make sure when you go and look for cheese, you get a 16 pack. That's better. So anyways, let's throw this in the oven. I'm going to put it on broil. So turn your oven up to broil. I'm going to put it on broil for about 3 minutes in the oven. Here we go. Let's see how it looks when it comes out. All right. 3 minutes. Welcome back to my channel. And as you can hear, I was eating that other pepper that had no cheese on the top because I'm starving. But look how amazing this looks. So now that these are done, you always gotta sprinkle and make it pretty and put a little bit of parsley on top to give it some color. And parsley adds really good flavor to the top of it. And look at the cheese and everything looks so amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop these up. Let me get my spatula. And we're gonna put, oh gosh, so hot, it's so cheesy. So let's put 2 on a plate because that's how many I'm about to eat. And we'll put the other ones off to the side and I'll show you guys a little bit closer. I do like my little rack underneath for when stuff is hot. Done. Quick, easy, simple little thing to make.